Hello everyone. In this video, I will discuss the Lesson 7 about images for the web and links. So this session will enhance your understanding of how to effectively use images in web development, ensuring that you can create visually appealing and functional web pages. So let's proceed to objectives. At the end of this lesson, you can able to insert images into a web page, identify image file types, manage image size and scaling, align images using HTML and CSS, creating image links, implement responsive images, and load images from external sources. Images are crucial in web development, enhancing visual appeal and context on web pages. So in this lesson, it focuses on practical aspects of incorporating images and links into XHTML documents to improve visual and appeal functionality. So images serve as a powerful tool for capturing attention, conveying information, and improving the overall aesthetics of a website. So understanding how to properly format and embed images in XHTML ensures that they display correctly across different browsers and devices, while also optimizing performance and accessibility. Similarly, hyperlinks are fundamental to web navigation, allowing users to explore related content and connect with external resources. In this lesson, it will guide you through the process of creating and styling hyperlinks, ensuring they are both functional and visually appealing. The IMG element is key for image integration, utilizing attributes like SRC for file location and alt for accessibility. Hyperlinks facilitate web navigation, allowing users to access related content and external resources. A hyperlink can be a text, an image, or an icon that directs users to different web pages or specific sections within the same document. So how to insert an image into a web page? So in HTML or Hypertext Markup Language, to display an image on your web page, you'll use the IMG element. It's a self-closing tag, which means you don't need a closing IMG tag. Instead, place the image source and other attributes within the opening tag. However, in XHTML or it stands for Extensible Hypertext Markup Language, is stricter than HTML and follows XML syntax rules. So every tag must be closed, attributes value must be enclosed in quotes, and tags are case sensitive. So this is the basic syntax. So before we proceed to basic syntax, let me explain about the SRC attribute and alt attribute. So the SRC attribute specifies the image file's location or where you save the image in your folder. Then the alt attribute provides the alternative text for screen readers that displayed if the image fails to load. So as you can see in the basic syntax of HTML, image element and SRC attribute is equal to image.jpg. So image.jpg, you can replace it by putting the name of the image that you want to insert it. So example, school.jpg. So in order to display the image that you want to see it, you have to put the image file types in order to display the image of the web page. Then after that, alt attribute, it provides the alternative text for screen readers in order to display the text if the image fails to load. While the basic syntax of XHTML is still the same of the HTML, however, the code must be end with close tag. So that is the principle of the XHTML. So then XHTML code, it's still the same on of HTML. However, it must end with end tag or close tag. So the output is school supply logo, and this is the output of the HTML and XHTML. Then let's proceed to image file types. So image file types refers to the different formats in which images can be stored and displayed. Each image file types uses a specific method for encoding and compressing the image data, and they vary in terms of quality, file size, and compatibility with web browsers and other platforms. So here are some common image file types. So the first one is JPEG, or stands for Joint Photographic Experts Group. So JPEG is best for photographs, gradients, and complex scenes. Then the advantages of it is high compression, small file sizes, and good image quality for photographs. Then the second one is PNG, stands for Portable Network Graphics. So PNG ideal for transparency icons and logos and sharp edges. Then the second one is PNG, stands for Portable Network Graphics. So it's ideal for transparency, icons, logos, and sharp edges. So the advantages of it is it supports both lossless and lossy compression, excellent image quality, and transparency. Then the third one is GIF, or stands for Graphics Interchange Format. So it's best for simple animations, limited color palette, and icons. So the advantages is it supports animations, transparency, and small file sizes for simple graphics. Then the fourth one is SVG, stands for Scalable Vector Graphics. So it's best for logos, icons, scalable without loss of quality, and vector graphics. The advantages is resolution independent, small file sizes, and sharp rendering at any size. Then the fifth one is WebP, stands for Web Picture Format. So it's best for modern web browsers and efficient image delivery. So it allows for smaller file sizes without significant loss of quality. So the advantages is it provides both lossy and lossless compressions, smaller file sizes, and image good quality. Then the sixth one is BMP, or stands for bitmap image. So it's best for really rarely used on the web due to large file sizes and lack of compression. Then the advantages is no loss of quality, suitable for certain specialized application. Then let's proceed to image size and scaling. So images can be resized using the width and height attributes. So these attributes enable to specify the image dimension on a web page. So here are the basic syntax of HTML and XHTML. So the basic syntax of HTML is image element src attribute is equal to image JPEG, and alt attribute, a description of the image, width of the picture, and height attribute of the picture. And the basic syntax of XHTML is still the same code of HTML, however, it must end with end tag or close tag. So this is the example of HTML code. So the value of the width is 700 px, and the height value is 600 px. Then in XHTML, it's still the same code of the HTML, however, it must end with end tag of the code. So this is the output of the HTML output and XHTML output. So as you can see, there is a difference, the width and to image on this output. Then let's proceed to image alignment. So in modern web development, CSS, or cascading style sheets, is the preferred way to control the alignment of images within text. So image alignment refers to how images are positioned within the surrounding text or other elements on a web page. The alignment can enhance the visual flow and layout of a page. The most common alignment options include left alignment, right alignment, and center alignment. So in left alignment, in order to align it to the left, you have to use the float column left property. Then in right alignment, in order to align it to the right, you have to use the float column right property. And in the center alignment, the image is centered on the page with text not wrapping around it, and this can achieve by using CSS. So this is the example of how you can use CSS to align an image to the left within a paragraph in HTML. First, you have to create a CSS, which is the align to left, and you have to use the property, which is the float column left, and the margin to right. The value of it is 15 px. So it adds space between the image and the text. So that's the purpose of margin to right. So the code of XHTML is still the same of HTML. However, in CSS, it adds up the left CSS, left and right. So in the body part, this is the code of aligning the images to the left and right within a text or paragraph. So this is the output of HTML. The image is at the left side, while the paragraph is on the right side. While the output of XHTML, the image is on the left and right, and the text is at the center. Then let's proceed to image links. So images can be made clickable by wrapping them in an anchor element. The behavior of the hyperlink can be customized using additional HTML attributes such as target equal underscore blank to open the link page in a new browser tab or window. So the first one is anchor tag. Use the tag to create a link. Then number 2 is image source. Set the href attribute to the image's URL. Then the third one is image element. Place the tag inside the tag. So this is the basic syntax of the image link. So a anchor and href attribute is equal to link to page or image URLs. Target equal underscore blank and close or end tag. Then this is the example of basic syntax of HTML and XHTML. So the code of basic syntax is a anchor and href attribute is equal to link to page and image element, and src attribute is equal to image.jpg, and alt attribute is equal to description of the image and end tag. Then in basic syntax of XHTML, it's still the same syntax of HTML. However, it must end with end tag in the image element. Output will be the image is on the left side and the text is on the right side, and when you click the image or picture, it will automatically proceed to a new tab which opens Google. Then let's proceed to responsive images. Responsive images are images that adjust their size and resolution automatically based on the device or screen size being used to view them. This ensures that images display optimally across different devices, such as desktops, tablets, and smartphones, without distorting or slowing down the page load times. So there are various methods of making responsive images. The first one is CSS, the second one is CRSet and sizes, and the third one is picture element. So the CSS, you have to use the max to width column 100%. So these scale images fluidly to fit the container. So in srset and sizes, it allows you to specify different images sources for different screen size and resolution. And lastly, the picture element provides the full control over the images shown at the different viewport sizes, supporting the media queries for images. So this is the example of CSS, HTML, and XHTML. So as you can see in the HTML code, you have to create the CSS first. So img image, then max to width column 100%. Then the height is auto. Then the purpose of it is maintain aspect ratio. Then in the body part, image element and src attribute is equal to link of the image or URL of the image, and after that alt attribute is equal to example image. So in order to fail the load of the images, it will automatically display the text of the image. So that is the purpose of alt attribute. Then in XHTML code, it's still the same on HTML. However, it must end with end tag or close tag in the image element. Every line of code must end with end tag or close tag in XHTML. Then let's proceed to the example of srset and sizes attributes in HTML and XHTML. So this is the example code of the HTML. So in the body part, which is the heading element that contains responsive images example. Then after that, image src attribute is equal to link of the image that you want to display, and in the srset attribute and in src attribute, it contains the link of the image, and And after that, the width of the image that I want to display in order to fit in different devices, example gadgets, smart desktops and tablets. And the sizes attribute is equal to max to width. So this is the example of SR set and sizes attributes in HTML and XHTML. So this is the code of the HTML and XHTML. And let's proceed to the example code of the picture element in HTML and XHTML. And let's proceed to how to load images from external sources. So in order to load the images from external sources in HTML, the src attribute of the image element tag should be contain the full URL of the image hosted on the external server. So here is the basic syntax of HTML. So image src attribute is equal to full URL of image, and after that alt attribute is equal to description of the image. Then the second one is the basic syntax of XHTML. It's still the same of the basic syntax of HTML. However, it must end with end tag in order to follow the principle of the XHTML. So this is the example of external image. Then in the body part, the heading element contains the external image example text. Then the third line is image src attribute is equal to full link of the image, and after that the alt attribute contains text, which is the sunset. If the image failed to load, it will automatically display the text sunset. So this is the output of the how to load images from external sources. So in order to get the full URL of the image, you have to right click the image and you have to find the open a new tab, and after that, if the image proceeds to the new tab, you have to get the URL in the above and copy it to the code in order to display the image from external sources. Then let's proceed to image accessibility. So web accessibility is essential, particularly for users with disabilities. So alt text or alternative text provide a textual description of an image which screen readers can read aloud or displays when images fail to load. So alt text help people with visual impairments and understand the context of images. So the purpose of alt text is first, screen readers. Screen readers use alt text to describe images to visually impaired users, providing context and meanings. Then the second one is image loading issues. So when an image doesn't load, it will automatically display the text conveys the image's content. Then let's proceed to tips for using images. So image optimization. So it compresses images, set appropriate dimensions, and chose the right file format to balance the quality and loading speed, improving the web performance. Then the second one is lazy loading. So use the loading attribute to set to lazy to delay the images loading until it's near the visible area, reducing initial page load time. So this is the basic syntax of HTML and XHTML in lazy loading. So img element and src attribute is equal to URL image, and after that alt attribute indicate it contains lazy loaded image, and loading attribute it contains lazy. Then in XHTML, it's still the same syntax of HTML. However, it must end with end tags. Then let's proceed to image captioning. So it enhances context when image captions by using fig caption within a figure. So this is the basic syntax of HTML and XHTML in image captioning. So first you have to type the figure, and inside of the figure you have to type the image element, and src attribute is equal to image link or image URL, and after that alt attribute is equal to image with caption, and after that you have to type the feed caption, and inside the feed caption you have to type a text or the caption for the image. Then XHTML code is still the same code of HTML, and however it must end with end tag. Then lastly, the Retina and high DPI displays. So it serves a higher resolution images for a high DPI screens using the srset attribute. So this is the basic syntax of HTML and XHTML. So the src is the default image that loads if no srset conditions are met. Then in srset, it specifies the different image resolution such as 1x for standard displays and 2x for Retina and high DPI displays. The 1x is standard resolution image and the 2x is high resolution image for Retina and HDPI, high DPI screen. And the alt attribute is a descriptive text for accessibility. In conclusion, Lesson 7 highlights the vital role images and links play in web development, enhancing both the functionality and visual appeal of website. By understanding how to properly insert and format images, manage file types, and adjust size and alignment and make images responsive, you can ensure that your web content is both engaging and accessible across different devices. Additionally, learning how to create clickable image links and load images from external sources adds greater interactivity and navigational ease to your web pages. By mastering these techniques, empowers you to create web pages that are visually captivating, functional, and user-friendly. And that's all for Lesson 7.